Now, despite say the Senate recently or some days ago approved the $21 billion loan where BC President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seek for, Senator Abdul Ningi where BC they be don't suspend before for blowing the whistle on top of the budget so BC they been get before. Don't talk say bam 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 bam. I no understand this budget. I no understand this borrowing. We cannot mortgage our future. What's in they go on? Where he blow raise the alarm and blow the whistle on this matter again. We'll go talk about them when we come back. My people are welcome to Update with Precious. It always sweet and belay to bring on an update. Prince Francis Chilakasa, thank you so much for joining this evening. Thank you and welcome, sir.
You're welcome. How are
Thank
you?
you. All right, I did fine. Okay, so yes, we go look at that matter as Senator Abdul Ningi raise alarm and reject Tinubu's to the 1 billion naira foreign loan. He say, you know what? Say, in fact, he talk about some scamish kind of thing will happen there. We'll talk about it when the time comes. Now, ADC spokesperson blasts PDP for attacking coalition, not APC. Say, come, PDP, calm down. So you people are not attacking PDP instead of people to attack or you're attacking coalition instead of people to attack APC wey be say they ruin the country abi according to waiting oga spokesperson of ADC talk. That one sef dey ground we go look into that matter. Not neglected under Tinubu presidency. Na so presidency don't counter Kwankwa. So Tinubu receives class of 1999 governors in Aso Villa. Class of 1999. Well, I define all the cap here. Okay. All right. Let's go on. PDP convention, no rift between Makinde and Wiki. All right. Oh. And then Tinubu is a strategist. We tried to stop him but couldn't. Dan Olasin, I talk this one. And stop poking your nose in opposition affairs. Atiku fires back at Tinubu. Say why it be say you just won't put trouble between me and Obi every time. Why you won't do like that? Why you won't cause confusion? Make people think say we get problem. 2027 PDP zones presidency to South. That na part of matter we be say we go look at this evening. Suspended, beaten, forced to confess. Patience Jonathan's domestic workers narrate police torture in court as trial resumes after media outcry. Now remember, say this particular case, they don't adjourn this case for 24 times. Why? Because of say they say the thief had jewelry worth over 800 million naira. This matter, we'll go talk about them. But let's get straight to the insecurity issues. As bandits abduct several women children in fresh Zamfara attack. This one day news, gunmen strike again, kill 14 passengers on their way to Plateau Market. 14 passengers. Now, scores feared dead as suspected IPOB members, according to them, unleashed terror on the Imo community. That one, now waiting the shell now because tension day for inside Imo State. Now, flood. NSCDC don't advise Edo residents to relocate to safer grounds. Which safer ground, really? Not the government supposed to evacuate people. What would they come? Meanwhile, if you dey live for Lagos State, a cold disco don't announce 25-day blackout for inside Lagos State. So in case you experience blackout, excuse me, don't worry, they don't warn you already. Many fear dead as gunmen attack Imo villages. Yeah, that's part of that conversation. And then moving on, northerners numbers of malnourished children rising in northern Nigeria. And this was now waiting ABC don't get concerned since Benue massacre. Governor Sule denies harboring killer headsmen in Nasarawa State. As a matter of fact, saying go sue the professor. We accuse them saying they harbor them. Saying go sue them. Okay. And meanwhile, IPOB don't raise alarm, say we were criminalized without evidence. IPOB now don't they talk this one. My people, and welcome to the story. This story and more now we get for the months this evening. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Update with Precious. It's always a pleasure to be with you to bring on an update of matter them where they happen for inside the country. But let's start with this case we get to do. Abi will go even start with the one we get to do with insecurity first, sef, because the insecurity matter them then too plenty. Maybe we'll go start with insecurity and then we'll enter inside other conversation. So especially this matter we get to do with the wahala we get where they happen for Imo State. It don't cause a lot of problem and people they wonder the kind of unrest where they happen for Imo State based on this matter. Now, according to Tori as they take carrier, then told say not be small wahala for inside states for inside Imo State villages as it be say plenty people don't die. According to them, gunmen suspected, according to the report, suspected to be members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB have attacked Ndi Ejezie, Umu Alaoma, and the Ndia Kuwata Uno communities for inside Arondi Zogo and Ideato North local government areas of Imo State. Now, according to the Tori we said in Gada, the incident happened today, Friday, when the assailant, that is the people them way they run away, run from the communities. Now, DSP Henry Okoye, police public relations officer for inside Imo State Command, confirmed this one to Tory people. Now, according to the statement, even they say over 7 persons now they don't kill for inside the attack, while several others have been critically injured. Okoye say the Commissioner of Police, CP, is a CP Aboki Danjuma, condemned the incident, assuring that the perpetrators will be brought to book. Now, the senseless assault, which claimed the lives of over 7 persons and left several others critically injured, was described by the CP as barbaric, inhumane, and totally unacceptable. We are sure the public that will do something about it, the usual rhetoric. But the reason I raise this conversation on BC, a lot of times IPOB in fact don't make out 2, 3, 4 publications. They complain, say why it be say anytime when Nnamdi Kanu case they come up or we just come up, say that they always come up with reports to make it look like say IPOB they into one form of criminal activity or the other. That's now within IPOB don't talk in several occasions, because for inside this report now, them that they talk say the 2027 prescription of the where they use prescribe them by Nigerian government, say it was unjust and lacking legal merit. Say it no dey fair at all. Now, in my powerful, I raise this conversation again and I write this one. The group questioned the basis of its this designation as a terrorist organization and argued that it was prescribed without being given an opportunity to defend itself. Now, there was no act of terror, no crime, no violence, even at the time we were prescribed. Nothing to justify a prescription, the group said. The prescription was just biased based on evidence and no legal grounds. I make a let you react to this while we move on to other issues, sir.
Now my state with that.
Now, wait till make me start with the matter. So there's at home.
We have a governor that has become very popular on social media. A governor that has built an Eldorado in Imo State on social media, while on ground there is nothing to show for it. A governor that promised taking 4,000 Imo youths to Europe, UK, and US, and up to today, not one person has gone. The other day I heard that he's planning, or he says he wants to empower 100,000 Imo youths and all of that. So we have a governor who just makes promises and he never keeps them. Who just speaks just for speaking sake, not because he wants to impact on the people. We have a governor that has not been able to curb the issue of insecurity in the state. And I find it very laughable, honestly speaking. I find it laughable that anybody would point finger at IPOB. Anybody would do that because, yes.
But most times they also blame them and then they implement the sit at home where they cause katakata and chaos.
Precious. You and I know that IPOB had come out severally to say they were not responsible for the sit at home. And then I ask you, and I'll keep asking, why is it that each time there's a sit at home, like when we used to have sit at home, why is it that the policemen at the checkpoints, the military men, and all of them who stand on the checkpoints from Sunday, more like Sunday to Sunday, why is it that they disappear on Mondays? So are they also sitting at home on Mondays? If there's an insecurity, and we all know that this insecurity, in quotes, is carried out by hoodlums, non-state actors, and then from Sunday to Sunday, you have checkpoints where Imolites, where Southeasterners are exploited. They are exploited, they are maltreated, they are dehumanized, they are abused. So why is it that on a Monday, when they are needed most at their checkpoints, why do they vanish? Does that not give you a pointer to the fact that there is more to, who is responsible for the sit at home in the Southeast than meets the eye? And let me ask you, why would IPOB attack a community? What is IPOB looking for? What is their grounds against that community? So you can do, the problem in Southeast is that anytime anything happens in the Southeast, immediately IPOB is called upon. But IPOB has come out severally to say that they are not a violent organization, that they are not armed carrying, they don't carry arms. If you recall, before now, if Simon Ekpa was not having his issues in Finland, they would have said it is ESN. So nobody's talking about Simon Ekpa. Nobody, suddenly ESN has gone into the thin air. So now, the only person they can blame it on is IPOB. Honestly speaking, it is very laughable. I do not believe, I strongly do not believe that IPOB have the machinery to attack any community. And then the question we should ask ourselves is, why would IPOB in the first place attack that community? What do they want? To whose benefit? So when the Nigerian police begin to apportion blames, they must do it properly. And why is it that they were so quick to put it on IPOB? Meanwhile, in other parts of this country, people are being slaughtered every day. People are being kidnapped. And the police finds it difficult to say that it is perpetrated by bandits or headsmen or terrorists. Why do they find it difficult to do that? You saw the way when the president, the chief of army staff, and the local government chairman, how they were going back and forth over the killings that happened in Benue State and in Plateau State. You saw how they were going back and forth. Where nobody wants to, where your president said that it's a communal issue. They should go and resolve it. They should go and hold meetings. And then the people are saying, this is not community. We're not having any communal clash. This is an attack on us. So why is it that the police is always too quick to identify that it's IPOB? And why are they not able to arrest the same IPOB that they are talking about every day? There is one thing I tell people about the Igbos. The Igbos don't know how to hide criminality. That is what sets us apart from every other tribe in Nigeria. If an Igbo man's brother is doing something that is not legal, it is his own brother that will go and report him. You know, that's why they said the Igbos will always sell you out. But other tribes will hide it. They will pretend it's not there. They will cover you up. And then they go behind and tell you this thing you're doing is wrong. But the Igbo man will say, Naim, oh yeah. Because you know that, you and I know, if you want to get married in Igbo land, they must make inquiries about your family. And I can assure you that every community know who is in it, and families know themselves. So imagine you could, let me put it this way: before now, which is still up to now, it's still there. If you want to marry in Igbo land, and they go and do an investigation, and they say you are no soup, that marriage will not take place. It is also people within the community that will tell those who came to make inquiry that this family, they are Osus. They also do the same thing with thieves. They'll say, this family, they are Ume, they are thieves. So, you know, I find it, honestly, I find it very, very upsetting. I find it very ridiculous that every time, you know, certain things happen in the South, is that the police should do proper investigation. The police is always quick to point fingers at IPOB. I take exception to that.
Okay, so that does it mean that you agree with Emma Powerful as in talk say they wrongly prescribed them, you know, without
No, but we know it was done in a hurry. We know it was done in order to silence the agitation by the Southeasterners. What the Southeasterners are agitating for is equality, nothing else. I mean, you see, the way the Southeast is treated in Nigeria, till tomorrow, they still treat them, they marginalize them, and they treat them like, you know, second-class citizens. I'm sure you're aware that they want to create 12 more states. But they were not able, in their mind, in trying to create 12 more states, they didn't see the need to bring all the states within the various zones to at par. Until now, with all the states they are creating, Imo State is, Southeast is still short of one state. So if you have 777, Southeast has 6. Now you have 666, Southeast has 5. So why that disparity? So it simply shows you that there is this unwritten, like Showore would say, Nobody says there's a written document, but I would want to say that there's this unwritten document that says hold the Igbos down, put your knee on their neck, because that's what we're going through in Nigeria. Sometimes a lot of us don't want to talk about, things that they'll say, oh, you're trying to um, uh, you're trying to divide Nigeria, you're trying to affect the unity of Nigeria. But you cannot have unity, you cannot have peace without justice. The justice meted out to the South is alarming, and it needs to be corrected.
The injustice?
The injustice needs to be corrected. It's alarming. And so a lot of us from the South we're not happy. And unfortunately, we have governors, we have honorable members, we have senators, we have supposedly elders in the Southeast who don't care. They're only interested in their greed and their selfishness. And that's why I keep asking, what do the Southeasterners want?
All right, so let's quickly get to another conversation still about security before we move to the drama in the Senate, because plenty things they will go talk about that one. Now, suspected bandits we heard abducted several women. When you hear several, for news to say several, that means enough it counts them, and children for inside Tabki Maza community for Bakura local government area of Zamfara state. Now, the incident occurred on Thursday evening, July 24th, as residents fled into nearby Masgo community to escape escalating insecurity in the area. You remember, say, recently, the villagers for Zamfara said they don't talk, say they don't vex, say they don't tire to they pay taxes to these bandits them. Say they need to pay again. This time around, enough is enough. Do your worst. It can't be like say because of say them dare them now waiting they bring this problem. According to the reports, bandits attacked residents of Tabkin Maza on Thursday evening as they sought refuge in Masgo Bakura local government area of Zamfara state. Many women and children were abducted. Locals say the bandits have set up a new camp in the western forest of Bakura, according to them. Now, residents are now calling for urgent intervention from the Zamfara state government and security agencies to prevent further attacks. This now one. After they talk to you like this too, we also hear say that it was another dark day today, Thursday, July 24th, 2025, after gunmen suspected to be Fulani bandits, not be me right Fulani bandits ambushed a vehicle coming from the popular Bokos market for inside Plateau State, killing 14 passengers, including women and babies. They not ambush them to kidnap them, they kill them. Eyewitnesses who narrated the incident to newsmen said the victims were on their way home from the weekly market after they had conducted their businesses when they were attacked and killed along Chirang Road in Mangus district of the local government area. Now, one of the eyewitnesses said, of course, he did not want to be mentioned, said the heavily armed men blocked the road when the vehicle approached and opened fire sporadically, killing the victims and injuring many others. Chairman of the Bukus Cultural Development Forum, PSDF, Famasun Fudang, who also confirmed the incident in a statement, said today Friday said it was shocking that despite several peace and reconciliation meetings and efforts to broker peace between farming and herding communities in the council, some bandits would still go ahead and kill innocent people. Now, the victims were returning from the weekly market in Bokos town when their vehicle was ambushed. Victims included women and little babies, according to the man. Now, this violence occurs despite various so-called peace and reconciliation efforts, the chairman said. Fadung, who did not mince words in accusing Fulani militias of launching the attack, said the attack or the fact was clear that they were the culprits, insisting that their goal is to take control of the entire local government area, which is recognized as the potato headquarters of Nigeria. Because that area now where did they make potatoes for Nigeria? So their aim now to take over the entire local government area. Now, this incident about farmer headers crisis, I don't know if this is a welcome party for the APC chairman, we from Plateau State. that region. And the people be the happy yesterday, they jollificate, they do rally, say they don't make their brother APC chairman. This is so horrifying. I don't get words to use explain how bad he did that. I go markets to do my daily business and I know if you come back. On your way back, you're killed and murdered in cold blood. And this thing need to stop. What can be done? And it's even more painful that even the people, then the locals in the describe say, even as they try and make peace with the Fulanis, why not from their community? This is their community. And you're trying to make peace with your killers, and yet they keep killing you. Well, let me get your reaction, sir.
When you say make peace, what kind of peace
Now
are you
so
going to make with somebody
now
who
so
wants to
then
kill
talk
you?
for inside the report. Say they try several
No, no, no,
occasions.
no. See, Precious, let's be very honest with ourselves. I think it is time people in Plateau, Benue, and all that Zamfara, going up that Boronu, people should begin to arm themselves and protect themselves. Honestly speaking, people need to arm themselves and protect themselves. Nobody comes to your house to steal with the intention of not harming you.
Hmm.
Yes, because that's the intent. The intent is, I want to come and take something from your house. And it's either you kill me or I kill you. It's either you maim me or I maim you. So it's a two-edged sword. But where this thing pains me the most is that 14 lives have been lost. You remember when 14 people, supposedly hunters, were slaughtered in Uromi? Okpegbola, yeah, Monday, that has been giving us goes with Peter Obi. He ran to Kano to go and tell them, oh, we are sorry. I am sorry. And in less than 24 hours, if you remember, some people were rounded
Yes.
up. What has happened to
Even
them?
the Plateau State. You remember when some Hausa travelers were killed in Plateau State? That day, people were arrested immediately. So why did they say if this one
So
happened
why
otherwise
is
it'd be
it
hard for them to get?
now
Mm.
good? 14 people, it's not, they're not animals. These are Nigerians. So if 14 people have been killed and they're saying they are Fulani headsmen, why is it that Arewa Consultative Forum, Arewa Elders Forum, Arewa Youths, everybody has suddenly gone mute? They're not talking. And this is the pretense in this country. This is the pretense. And that is why I said to you that for me, I feel upset that something happened in Imo State. And before you knew it, the police have identified the people who did it by name, but not by persons. So then immediately they knew it was, they just came out and said, they didn't say suspect, they said they are IPOB members, categorically. So you see that we just have two ways of doing things in this country that is not working. My heart goes out to those who have lost their lives in Zamfara, in Plateau, in Imo. But, the federal government needs to, stop this carrot and stick approach. It's not working. It is not working. When you're doing something and it is not working, what do? You re-strategize. You act as if there's no box. You can't keep doing the same thing, same way, and you expect a different result. Nigerian lives are being lost on a daily basis, being slaughtered like chickens, and nobody cares. The one that happened in Benue, after your president went to Benue and said, oh, go and settle, go and do this. They said they set up a committee. Up to today, we have not
Okay,
heard
so I get an
anything.
update for that conversation because the governor of Nasarawa State, the neighboring state, remember, say a lot of people they accuse Nasarawa State for harboring those headsmen when they come attack people for Plateau State. Say he did the local government where they for Nasarawa State, where they very near to them, where did they always stay? And say when those things happen, say the governor they harbor them. In fact, a particular professor even accused on live TV, I think that was on News Central, accused the governor saying they harbor them. Guess what? The governor don't threaten the man now. Say if you no retrieve that statement or bring out evidence and use harbor headsmen, say in go take up the court or face legal actions and all that. So he's denied that he's not harboring criminals, basically. I thought to give you that update. Sorry, he's not harboring
So
killer
yeah, but
headsmen.
what do you expect the governor to do? Or what do you expect the governor to say? You and I heard when earlier, Father Hyacinth earlier came out and told us, oh, I have a report. I have names of those people causing problem in Benue State. Up to today, those names have not been published. Up to today, as we talk, Precious, that report has not been made public. We expected that somebody like Reverend Father, I don't know if he's still a Reverend Father, or expected that someone like I said earlier would have more empathy, would have more common sense to be able to deal with issues. We expected him to be more truthful than the regular politicians, but he's not. So if that one can bring up manner of stories, look at what he did when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was going to Benue State to commiserate with those who apparently died and lost, and then families of those who got wounded. He pushed school children under the rain. He turned it into a carnival, into a campaign carnival. When it should be mourning, he turned it into a carnival. This is the kind of leaders we have, clueless leaders. So, yes, if they're accusing the governor of Nasarawa State of protecting these people, obviously you need to have evidence. I agree with that. Then the question is, all the people that have been arrested all this while, did they arrest them from Nasarawa State? Has the Nasarawa State government gone to free them from the hands of security agencies? Or is it that they just arrange people? Obviously, you arrange people, they will never show their faces. But when they arrange these young boys who are doing Yahoo, they put their faces on TV for everybody to see. But those who kill people, who make people, who slaughter human beings, who kidnap human beings, you don't put them out so that people will know them. So what kind of security system are we running? When we kept saying that this whole thing about, reintegration, the absorption of your so-called repentant Boko Haram and all of that, it's a time bomb. They thought we were joking about it. They thought we didn't have common sense. They thought we didn't know what we were saying. So for you to curb the insecurity, you must think as if few months back, we saw where, was it in Katsina, in Sokoto, I also think in Kaduna, where bandits were holding meeting with government officials and nobody could arrest them. So how do you begin to negotiate with a man carrying a gun? It's only a madman that will start discussing or quarreling with the man that has a gun. So government cannot tell us, oh, we're looking for bandits, we're looking for terrorists, we're looking for Boko Haram. Yet, government officials will sit down and hold a meeting with them and say they want to reconcile them. How do you reconcile a thief and a man who is peaceful? See, as long as we keep lying to ourselves and keep desiring for peace, any peace you enter into, even a husband and wife, if once you're in a relationship and you have a problem and you want to have peace, you do not look at the issues that has evolved, the reason why you have that problem, and you say you want to do peace, and that peace is devoid of justice, my dear, you're doing peace of the graveyard. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. So you cannot be talking about peace. You cannot be talking about peace without justice. And the moment you say, shake hands, there is peace, it is peace of the graveyard. It has no weight. It will just collapse before you know it.
All right.
So it's unfortunate what is happening. It's unfortunate what has happened in Zamfara and Plateau State. But these days we wake up every day. We're just waiting to hear where it has happened. It is the breaking news. People are asking. They don't kill people for Sokoto. Onitsha. So this is like it's becoming our way of life. It is sad. It is painful, but it's becoming a way of life. This is a government that promised hope to Nigerians. Renewed hope. What are we getting? Renewed hunger. Renewed insecurity.
Say development, economy don't stabilize now, and things don't develop.
Yes, according to Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, they just sit down in the office and they roll out nonsense. Go to the market, you will understand what is going on. What?
Sir?
You
I
said
say, are you
what?
saying the economy is not stabilized?
Your economy doesn't stabilize now when you're buying dollar at 1,000 plus, 1,500.
It's
That
stable
is
now. Now
stabilization.
it's
When
stable.
you're buying
It's
petrol at
stable
900
now
and
at
something,
1,000 something.
that is
That's what they're saying. It's
stabilization.
stable at
You
between
cannot go to the market and buy food.
1,005 and 1,300.
Yeah, wait now. How much was it when they took over? How much was the cost of items when
Eh,
Jonathan was there? Let's even forget the late
eh.
Buhari's government
Now,
that was
that's
a
what we take
colossal
Jordan.
failure. No, let us leave Jonathan. Buhari's government was a colossal failure. Let us put Jonathan's government and Parliament Tinubu's government side by side, and let Nigerians begin to talk. The
That
other day
was
I was
because
talking
we
to
were paying
somebody, and
subsidy
the person
now.
told me
But
that
now we're taking the tough decisions, sir.
the other day I was talking to somebody, and the person was like, no, it was a tough decision to take to remove subsidy. And I said, government is removing subsidy. A right-thinking government, you want to do something that will affect the life of 200 million Nigerians. You didn't have your economic team in place. You didn't have your ministers in place. You didn't have to go and discuss with labor. You didn't discuss with even ordinary market women, headed by the wife, the daughter of the president. You didn't discuss with them. You just imposed it on them. The unfortunate thing in Nigeria is that our leaders do not ask the Nigerian people what they want. They just voice whatever they think the people want, and they believe that the people will accept it and go to bed. Until we take back the power from these people, until we make them realize that we will not collect your 1,000 naira, we will not collect your 5,000 naira, we will not collect your 10,000, we will not collect your rice, we will not collect your noodles, we will not collect your onions, until we begin to open our eyes and be honest with ourselves and take back power. So that if you're an elected senator, you know that the people have the power to call you back. Not this charade they are doing in the National Assembly, not this charade that INEC is doing that is making it difficult for you to call back anybody. But we must have a system. That's what we're calling for, the reform of our electoral process. You must have a system where it doesn't cost you anything to call back somebody who's not representing you well. When we begin to do that, when Nigerians are ready and we get to that level, I am telling you, those that come into power, they will understand the power of the people. But so long as the people sell their birthright over 10,000, 20,000, rice, plantain, chicken, chin chin, and all of that. So long as the people allow these politicians to deceive them during a campaign period, when they start sleeping in public hospitals, it is during campaign period that they now begin to patronize public hospitals. It is during campaign period that their children begin to go to public schools. It is during campaign period that you now see them roasting yam and plantain on the road. Until we stop this rubbish, this country will not move forward.
All right, sir. So talking about the Senate, say you just mentioned, I'm going to make a let you know very quickly. I don't know whether you remember, say, the Senate being approved the request of President Bola Tinubu for a comprehensive external borrowing plan. We reach, I think, 21 billion US dollars, not naira, for the 2025-2026 fiscal years. Now, Senator Abdul Ningi, remember that Senator where he been raised alarm about padded budget for 2024, where he said they can't suspend them. Na him. So you don't raise alarm again over this particular borrowing. Say, say it is something where they wrong with this. Because say how we go borrow and the borrow. So normally when you want borrow money, it dey show clear plan of what you want carry the money do and how you go take pay. But say nothing they clear at all. Remember, some people be done they accuse this government, say most of the money where they borrow, say it they looted because most of the project them when they say that they use the money for. Some of them did even repeat project them when they borrow money for on behalf of. Well, now wait part of waiting be say Oga Abdul Ningi don't question. We could just watch and when they talk am for the floor of the house.
Mr. President, I listened to the committee presentation and I listened to Senator Olamileko, the chairman of appropriation. First and foremost, Mr. President, this has to do with our collective inheritance. This is a loan that my generation and generation yet unborn will be saddled to payment or to paying. Yes, this is a proposed payment plan. borrowing plan, but in this document, there is no indication of how these loans will be paid. That is one. Secondly, if you look at the committee's report, on page 3, number 1, that the loan shall specify the purpose of which the borrowing is intended, which shall only be a long-term capital expenditure and human capital development. Going further on page 8, Mr. President, you will now take number 5 under the table. Most NGOs are unable to implement their capital projects effectively due to long delays in funding disbursement. The loans will go a long way to addressing this challenge. Inclusion of this project in the National External Borrowing Plan will enable financial closure and timely implementation. This is not specified. Which MDS and how much does each one cost? Open page 9. Number 8. Part of the loans will be used to fund priority projects such as railways, security, agriculture, power plants, housing, and digital connectivity to boost production. Mr. President, this needs specification. How much goes to in each? And therefore, go to page 10.
Leader, you have 1 minute remaining.
Go to page 10, Mr. President, with all due respect. The committee further notes that 12 states of Abia, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Kaduna, Katsina, Lagos, Niger, Oyo, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zapara will benefit. These states will benefit how much? What is the demarcation? Finally, sir. Finally, Mr. President, take a look at our Constitution. Section 81, Section 82, Section 83, and Section 84. Mr. President, if you allow me another 1 minute, I will read these provisions. What am I saying? I understand the work put in by the committee, but I don't think the committee has done a job good enough for the presentation of this chamber. We all represent constituencies. We need to go home and say, this is how these monies, when borrowed, will impact in either security, what amount in agriculture. When it comes to states, let's know how much goes into this state. But here, Mr. President, most of the provisions...
With all due respect, former leader, your time is off. You've spoken more than 3-4 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's okay, Mr. President.
All right. So, Prince Francis Chilakasa, you don't hear him. Now, one of the ABC opposition parties don't accuse this administration. I say most of the money where they borrow. See, they need to really get clear-cut plan. This thing where Oga Abdul Ningi talk now. Now, what's in ABC, they don't accuse them. So, and Abdul Ningi, a person away from APC, is this an affirmation of that gossip or that blast where people from other parties they blast this APC based on how did they take spend borrowed funds? Make I get a reaction, sir.
Well, you know the funny thing with the Senate you have, right from day one, your Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, told Nigerians, without missing words, that whatever Mr. President throws at them, they will lap it up like dogs. As far as they're concerned, even the father he sleeps and he's sleeping and he's conceiving an idea in his sleep, it will get an approval before it gets to the Senate. So you now have a Senate that, when we say it is rubber stamp, they get offended, but it's the truth. Because the Senate do not spend time. A few months back, Precious, you recall when Ghanaian president was being, I think either a Ghanaian president or the minister was being,
yes, because of the budget. It was massive. They don't let them rest.
Yes.
They give them bumper to bumper.
And the man was sweating, trying to convince them. But in Nigeria, you don't do that. You don't even question anybody. Once you bring something, the Senate, will approve it. It is shameful that even the senators, are not asking questions. We are asking, where are the savings from the subsidies gone? Where is it being applied? You recall that your president said that they were going to open an account where the savings will be paid into. So what is happening to that savings? Is it that the savings have grown leg, or the savings are no longer available? Or is the savings part of what they contribute to share between the federal and the state governments? So, people will tell you, oh, no, it's not collecting loan. This is the same government that came out to boast that they have cleared the loan. But every day we see a different figure out, and we keep asking, is it that they're clearing the loan in their dreams? And then the people they collected loan from, after collecting their money back, don't remember to put us on a clean slate? So there's so much corruption going on with this government, so much. And, the government keeps borrowing, the government keeps spending ridiculously. There's no accountability. There's no transparency. I think I saw a slight breakdown of, the funds, the funds that are to be borrowed, right, to be applied. And I asked one question. If you look at it, most of the projects are, between the southwest and the north. Then the one on the southeast, which is 1 or 2, there was no deadline. But others they had deadline. Oh, between now and this time, between now and this time. But the southeast was left open. So you just have a government like, when you hear Kwakwanso, that I thought was becoming I thought Kwakwanso was about to join APC until he threw the bomb he threw that the North is being marginalized, by this government. But I would say this, that
not marginalized.
No, I would say this, that I think the North is to a large extent, the North is feeling too bigger and too larger than life. The North feels that they must be the ones to dictate what happens in Nigeria. I totally disagree with that. The Southeast has suffered more, including what we suffered under Buhari's administration, when Buhari called us a dot. The late Buhari. You recall that rail lines were built across Nigeria. None went to the Southeast. But that government, that clueless government, had the audacity and temerity to take a rail line to Niger Republic. Meanwhile, they didn't take a rail line to the Southeast. So it is not Kwakwanso that should be complaining. It's the Southeast. But then who do you have in the Southeast that will speak for you? Because all your leaders in the Southeast, they are like, they're under the pay list of the government. That's why Soludo can wake up and tell you, Africa, we are endorsing Bola Tinubu for 2027. Meanwhile, he's sweating. He's sweating now to get back his governorship for second term.
Is he sweating? I hear that it's an easy ride for him because Valentino's not there. Valentine not there to compete with him, and the person who for really, really compete with him don't die. So we hear it's a very easy ride for him. So
it doesn't matter. The other person they have there is another somebody who compete with. You forgot what Mr. President told the guy. He said, "Go and capture Anambra for me." It means what? You don't expect the president to, forget his own party candidate and then support Soludo. Oh, Soludo is just there like the governor of Imo State to be used. What I don't even know what's his name? The one in Imo State. I don't know what legacy is going to leave for the people of Imo State. Honestly, I don't know. I've been shouting. I say, Hope Uzodinma. There is no road from Ayala.
But they say he's been doing roads now.
There is no road. Precious. Don't be saying that you don't know. I told you, I said, I'm ready to pay your transport to go to Imo State and do investigative journalism. There is no road to my house. I'm an NBC man. There is no road.
It's just because of your house. If not only your house, a road no there, you do other roads them. Then you go say no road because of you walk your own road.
It's like the on social media where they're advertising that he has built all the roads in NBC. There is no road in NBC. I don't know where he built it, but he built it on social media. So that's a real problem. So whatever is happening with the president and the National Assembly, for me, we do not have a National Assembly. We are taught that the Ninth Assembly was something else. This 10th assembly is a no-no, honestly speaking.
Okay, so now talking about 10th assembly, say the PDP been holds their neck meeting or be whatever meeting yesterday, and then for the inside that meeting, they can't declare say there is no way you can be in PDP and be part of the coalition, that they will never accept that. And today, Ayo Fayoshe, the former governor of Ekiti State, been there for inside an interview with Channels Television. In when they talk for that interview, talk say he no go fit leave PDP, in the member of PDP, but he's supporting an APC government in the state and federal government level. In fact, he alleged that the other people they're not even serious. That both said that if you look at the coalition and look at PDP, they look like who serious. He say if PDP to try for 2027, say they will come out fourth position. So there's a lot of confusion to that. ADC now, first of all, so as they make that comment, ADC respond to them, talk, say, it's saddening that you cannot respond to APC with the rubbish on her. But now, ADC, when I want to respond to, nothing respond to APC, we don't rubbish the country, but now ADC, when they respond to. Now, Ayo Fayoshe's interview can spark a lot of reaction. If you, as a person wey be say dey PDP, know say, oh, PDP go only fit come out fourth, and when they ask am say, if Seyi Makinde that is your friend and him claims him be part of G5 governors, so if Seyi Makinde that is a part of your G5 governors gets the tickets, will you still be supporting Tinubu? You know if you really answer that question. So now they were not able to condemn governors who are openly supporting Tinubu, even in their own party. But they are condemning people who are part of the coalition. What is going on? People don't they look like say it be like say the PDP is already bought to be used against any other force will come against Tinubu. That now waiting people don't they talk. But I go like get your reactions.
It is not about whether PDP has been bought. And people should say the truth and say it as it is. You cannot have a wiki in PDP and expect PDP to be the same. The PDP will be mad. Everybody in PDP will be mad. That's the truth. You cannot
But
have a...
why it be say them fit day easy to tell others say you cannot be in coalition and be in a PDP?
Yeah,
But they
that
cannot
is...
tell Wike
they
that you
cannot
cannot
tell
be
people...
in.
Good.
They
Purpose
cannot
of
tell
saying...
Lord Adeleke that
They
you
cannot
cannot be in
tell
PDP and
Wike...
be supporting the president.
No, they cannot tell Wike that because, like I said, the people in PDP today, in the National Working Committee, most of them are benefiting from Wike. Most of them have benefited from him. Whether you like it or not, Wike calls the shot in PDP, not Damagun. You saw the battle that went on with who the National Secretary will be. At the end of the day, Anyanwu was returned. And on the birthday of Anyanwu, what do you call him? Wike said it that he has won. So Wike is in PDP. He's holding PDP, like I said. He has his knee on the neck of PDP. And so when you see PDP speaking and attacking the coalition, it is not them that is speaking. It is the script written by Wike that they are reading out.
To what end? That's the question. If Makinde is
To the end of greed, to the end of selfishness, and to the end of wickedness. So I don't blame anybody who is leaving PDP or who is in PDP and being part of the coalition. And then, when you talk about Fayoshe, let me say that we need to say this, and I'll say it without fear of favor. The kind of politics that is being played in Nigeria today has never surfaced before. Politics of religion and politics of ethnicity. That is why you'll see people who are from the southwest, who their people are suffering, their people are hungry, their people are not getting accommodation. They are also buying fuel, and the price everybody is buying. The living is difficult for everybody. Their leaders will tell you that they are endorsing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if you have taken time to listen to the Southwest speak, you'll find out that no matter the party they belong to, they seem to have this understanding that it must be Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Another party where they
Sir, no,
belong to.
we don't due respect, sir. Not be only them. Alex Oti, the drum support for Tinubu. People they not be your people then with the other party, even including Peter Mba. Not be all of them they support
You're not
the
getting the, you're
President
not
Bola
getting
Ahmed
the
Tinubu,
point.
even though they
You're not getting the point.
okay, sir.
Those ones are doing it for their second tenure. They're doing it for their second tenure. See, this kind of grab it, snatch it, and run politics we play in this country. They are scared. And that's the truth. So if you have listened to El-Rufai, you've listened to Babamed, you will hear them say one thing: rig and die. That thing has a lot of meaning to it. Because they know that what APC is good at is to rig with 9-neck. See, if you don't have a reform, an electoral reform that gives power back to the people, any election you hold in this country will just be effort in futility. And that's the truth. And we need to stop this idea of after election, voted in by maybe 6 million, 8 million, 10 million, depending on the number of people that voted, 5 people will sit down and decide who to make a winner.
Okay, so just to quickly react to what you talk about Southwesterners, somebody don't even reply you here. Say, how about Areg Bishola? That he's not supporting the president.
We
And he's also a
know,
Southwesterner from the same place.
we know. You see, when people talk about Aregbe Shola, they should go and find out their facts. Aregbe Shola and Bola Ahmed Tinubu fell apart last few years back. They fell apart, which was when he was removed from GSC. So they already have their own issue. It is not because of whether he's the president or not. No, they already have an issue. And till tomorrow, they blame Aregbe Shola for losing Lagos State. So it is not about whether it's from the south. No. Aregbe Shola has a personal agenda to settle with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So, but what I'm saying is that 80%, 90% of the leaders in the Southwest today, they are all drumming support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
But then other people go also tell you, just like when Peter Fayoshe talked today, he talks, say, the opposition and the PDP, they know they're serious. Say nobody else they serious. That Tinubu has been busy laying down structures we go help them win election. But say other people waiting the day they do, they neither here nor there because even the opposition will not know where they. Make I play you this interview what happened this morning for Inside Channels Television. Make you also hear another take where somebody else talk. I will get about the opposition political parties.
One of the issues that came up yesterday was the Speaker of the House of Representatives who seconded the motion by the governor of Imo State, condemning the ADC, saying, look, these opposition politicians, by way of summary, that they are mischievous, he doesn't know what they are doing, they will not go anywhere. What are your own thoughts about this emergence, re-energization of opposition politics represented by the ADC?
From my preamble, I said something. I said, you have to think over 1 million times in a second as a politician. You have to look at all the variables. You have to now think over, to put things horizontally and vertically. You see, APC, let me give you the last election, 2023 election. APC is the only party that put together manual to train all its agents across the 120,000 polling units with knowledgeable, let's say with knowledge-based manual to know the electoral processes. And there were a lot of reports, even those INEC ad hoc staff do ask the APC agents on sequence of the election. You know, election is an event, and what time do you start counting? What time do you start doing this? What time do you go to this? What time do you have to do that? So if you look at some of the opposition activities, it's just making noise. They are not putting acts together. Election is not just making noise. Election is just thinking. Everywhere in the world, we have seen what happened in the United States, where most of the people thought that a Democrat was going to win the election, but the Trump put together people that can win election. What is happening, even in 2023, let me say this. Some of the opposition, let me mention Atiku Abubakar, he knows how to get ticket, but he doesn't have those people that can win general election. Most of the politicians, I was in CPC, I supported Buhari. We had all the followership, but those that we can have to win election, that has been the problem. So you need to have those that knows how to win election. I think what Fashola did 2023, he put heads together, put people that can come up with ideas. How do we win this election? How do we go about? You have to analyze and look at your document, look at your stronghold, look at the opposition stronghold, look at what the opposition is doing. You have to permutate and try to see where you're going, not just to rely on some people's pools to say, we are going well, where people are talking this way. Some of the people that are talking are not voting. They are not voters. They are online voters. They just make noise. And you know, that is not how election is being done.
Prof,
so that is my response to that.
Prof, I get your point. But do you agree with Speaker Tajudeen Abbas that the ADC is a desperate body, a collection of desperate people, and that the NNPP is having bitter conflicts within, and that these are just, and that the LP, Labour Party, that is a drastically diminished party, and that this opposition coalition is of no consequence? Be very clear, be specific.
Let me even give you an example. Dr. Ruben, let me give you an example. Recently, my last Wednesday's article, I think I do write every Wednesday, I have a column. I made mention that Peter Obi was supporting the Nanadis Usman's faction, was with her. But recently, all of a sudden, he jumped to the Aboris faction, raising hands of a candidate in that place. So there is inconsistency. As a politician, you have to be consistent.
No, there's no,
some people are just aggrieved.
There's no evidence to that effect, Prof. Please. There's no evidence.
It has happened, my brother. Please do a check. Just do a check. You understand? And the same thing with some members that have gone to this thing. They are aggrieved people. Yes, you need to be aggrieved. But you don't attack when you're angry. That is how it is. You have to think, how do I go about it? So this is my response to that. And if you look at it, Speaker Tajudeen is responding to this kind of aggrieved people. When you have grievances, you were with person and you come out and start attacking, the words you said when you are with that person can speak against you. Because people can be bringing those words. I think you have some people that actually were with another person, they came on your platform, you brought out all what they said about the other person. At the end of the day, people will judge that, oh, this man is just maybe because he's not getting what he wanted, that's why he has gone back to the other side. I think this is what he was trying to describe, and I agree with him on that.
All right, so the reason I had to play this now because of make for fit understand how people do, or waiting people they talk about the unpreparedness of the coalition and how it be say just like say they haphazard. Because when they formed the opposition coalition for inside 2015, almost every member of that coalition been get for mind say now Muhammadu Buhari because of saying in get large vote and because of saying there is sentiment, large sentiment at that time that power must go back to the north. So now him go be their candidate. This now one major problem with say the opposition.
Okay, Precious, stop.
How can you even agree to come together
stop.
when you've not even made up your mind who your
in 2013, 2014, lead up to 2015 election, Bola Tinubu and his group, they were angry. They wanted to push Jonathan out at all cost. Because Jonathan, don't forget, Jonathan had stepped on the toes of Nigerians. Jonathan could not curb insecurity. Jonathan was trying to remove fuel subsidy, which Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought against. So now,
It's not just that. Jonathan had done six
I'm
years
coming. Now,
and was going to go for another 4 years.
now look at it from this point. At that time, everybody wanted power to go to the north. That is clear. Two, the only candidate that they knew they could use in the north was Buhari. And because they wanted power to go to the north, everybody decided to pick a candidate and support. Now, you want to tell me that if, for instance, during that period, let's assume that during that period, after the merger had worked, Bola Tinubu had come out to contest and Buhari had come out to contest. Don't you think that would have been rancor? Don't you think so?
You don't get
No,
it's not about
no.
it
What I'm
being.
trying to point out to you is that the coalition is still new. The coalition, they are building, they're laying the foundation for the coalition. See, for me, I think
And there is already agitation about who will be their candidate,
listen,
even in this foundation.
that agitation will be there. If that agitation is not there now, they'll be lying to themselves. That agitation will be there. This agitation will now help them to, bind together to now say, okay, at the end of the day,
Prince Francis,
we must go with one person. And this is who we want to go with.
Prince Francis Chilaka, I am talking as an adult. How do you call me, invite me to be part of a coalition? And I carry my face, my personality, my image, can't show the world, talk about coalition. Coalition, one will never get an agreement on say which direction this coalition they go. That is the question.
No,
Because
the
right now,
question.
you know what's
This is politics. We are talking politics here. 1 minute in politics means a
and
lot.
Nigerian politics. And Nigerian politics.
1 minute in politics means a lot.
Because there's politics and there's Nigerian politics.
Yes, in Nigerian politics, you don't put all your cards on the table. Yes,
Okay.
because your opponent is looking for your loopholes to hold on to. And you'll be a stupid man putting all your cards on the table and believing that the cards will be, bound together. No. Because the ADC is in opposition, they must be very careful. They must apply divide and rule. If you had followed what has happened, you know that, first of all, they were considering going to SDP. And what happened in SDP? SDP that was very quiet, very innocent, like a baby.
Right now, we hear say SDP self don't they ditch Aero 5 self, they don't leave them for one corner.
See, the point is this. The ruling government, the president and his boys have their tentacles in all these places. And until they are fished out, you know what I told you about PDP now? PDP just woke up from sleep, they now realize that their problem is ADC, forgetting that there's a government in power that is foisting multidimensional poverty on the people, that is foisting hunger on the people. They have left the maladministration of the ruling party. They are now facing their opposition. Just like what Showore is doing. Showore will wake up from sleep today, he go say, Peter Obi be in problem. Tomorrow, he go say that Rufai be in problem. Next tomorrow, he go say that Atiku be in problem. But he's also in opposition. So why is he not putting his energy with these people to fight the common enemy? The common enemy, the Nigerian people and some political parties and some politicians have today is the ruling party. But the moment those who are meant to join forces to fight that common enemy begin to take sides with that common enemy, you know that they have sold out.
Okay, so could they be the reason why Atiku Abubakar also made a statement today, voicing out, criticizing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the ruling party APC for allegedly interfering in the affairs of opposition parties? instead of tackling Nigeria's social economic security. Now, waiting, he tell
But
them.
it's right.
You know, see, yesterday, President Bola Tinubu, he talk say no need to join part of to be part of a sinking ship. Now, this criticism come out for statement to EBC in special media advisor bring out today. He talk plenty things inside though. He even talks that they try to bring problem with him and will be unnecessarily. But let me quote an excerpt of it. It reads, President Tinubu should first resolve the visible rift between himself and Vice President Kashim Shettima and fix Nigeria's broken economy before meddling in the affairs of the ADC. It is baffling that the presidency is spending scarce public funds to fund internal divisions in an attempt to weaken alternatives or alternative political voices. In fact, he further alleged that the presidency was behind tensions between supporters of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi within the opposition coalition, saying the effort had failed. Make a quote him. He said, we are fully aware that the supposed disagreement between supporters of Atiku Abubakar and supporters of P2B within the coalition were deliberately stirred up by the presidency. Sadly for them, that divisive tactic has failed. Ooh. Now, the cracks have been mended and the coalition is now stronger than ever. They talk like that. So if you say that that's waiting you talk be the
But
reason.
that's, see,
And because say people don't they call Tinubu master strategist. As a matter of fact, your brother Dan Olasi, he say Tinubu na strategist and say people try to stop him for 2023, they no fit. And say we try to stop him no fit. So in the person will be sabi. You know, if you say all this thing in sabi nature, now they use the plot this man.
it's not a matter of sabi nature. It's a matter of, grab it and run. That is what it is. When you see um, people who cannot speak, who speak from two sides of their mouth, you need to be very careful of them. Olasi you are talking about, Olasi is a PDP man, if I recall. Now he's singing praise of President Bola Tinubu. Because see, politicians are always looking for opportunity to continue to enjoy the largesse that comes with being in a ruling party. So if you are as a Nigerian, you have not learned that you cannot trust the politician, then there's a big problem. So that's why when you look at what Daniel Wahala was doing during the elections and what he suddenly now turned into a member of the presidency, you will not
APC, what
understand,
you
you will
see now?
understand where this whole thing is coming from. So for me, whenever anybody wants to say, and I'll say this, the coalition is on track. The coalition is taking their time to resolve certain issues, and they will resolve it. And when they resolve it,
I don't hear what you talk. Oh,
can
I
you
know
hear
they hear
me?
you, sir. Okay, I can hear you now.
I
Go
said
ahead. Yeah.
that by the time the coalition resolves its problems, internal problems, internal mechanism, they will be stronger and the government in power will be. See, let me tell you, precious, you're talking about the coalition. Why do you think APC governors are attacking P2B? You think they're just attacking P2B for attacking state? No, they're attacking P2B because they know that P2B is a strong force to reckon with. It's a force to be talking about him. And that's the truth. So let the ruling party face governance. Let them face the hunger in the land. Let them face the fact that they are collecting loans. Very soon now, 200 million Nigerians, everybody will be paying 20,000 naira as part of our.
No, I no follow. Now,
You
go
follow,
pay the
they're
20
Nigerian.
20,000 naira. No,
So,
no, sir. So still speaking about the coalition very quickly, there was an interview held by Dati Baba Ahmed, I think 2 days ago, 2 days ago thereabouts, on I think that was in AIT. He get a few things when he talk, especially about Atiku Abubakar resting on a ambition and all that. I remember seeing him saying back that Ahmed, no, not be Dati, Ahmed, Abi, Yusuf, that's Baba Ahmed. Him we don't talk, say, both Amechu both Atiku, both Obi, make all of them go rest, make them give space for younger ones. But then here's what he had to say, or what he said recently.
You have a
Make
very
we hear him
prominent
out,
member
and
of
then
the
make you tell me which
PDP,
you
a
understand
founding
and
member of the
react to him, sir.
PDP, a vice president for 8 years. He competed 3 times, contested 3 times. President Atiku, highly respected person. Would you respect, and I've made this public, would you respect to him? I think you should be a hero of democracy, but I don't think you should aspire to even lead this country. I think you should be a father figure. He should be involved in the building of an alternative to APC, but he should bring in new blood, new perspectives, new people, and say, the future belongs to you. We will stand behind you. Amechi should do the same thing. Verify if he feels he can handle his own ego, should be part of this thing. But those faces should not be the ones that are telling Nigerians, give us power and we will do different.
So you expect them to be at the background?
Absolutely. And look, if you have contested for vice president for presidency for 3 times and you don't get it and you're approaching 80, for goodness sake, I mean, something should tell you that it's time to be a father. In Africa, being a father is a great thing. You decide, literally, my gut feeling is, if Atiku would say, I will call it quits as far as aspiring to be president is concerned, but I have a condition. I, maybe in consultation with a few people, will decide a set of people who step in our place. And if I do that, I want you and you and you, the key people involved in this, all of us stand down. None of us is going to contest for the presidency. We want younger people, more energetic people, healthier people, not people who have just simply been so exposed to power they can't live outside power. If you give those people power, they're just going to be like President Tinubu's government. What is going to be the difference? What are they saying to Nigeria? And this is what is missing. Tell us what this whole coalition, today we're this, tomorrow we move here. Today. What is this thing about? It's just simply to create an alternative. You have a very prominent member of the PDP, a founding member of the PDP, a vice president for 8 years. He competed 3 times, contested 3 times. President Atiku, highly
All right,
respected
sir.
person.
So you don't hear what's in talk. So my worry, I say, for that conversation, you know, copy to be why it be the hammer on Erufai, on Chibika Mechi, on um what's his name now, Atiku Abubakar, and mention Peter
See,
Obi. But even if he did, because he had mentioned in the
no,
past where he said
see,
all of them, made them give way for a younger person to come up, sir.
Precious.
Sir.
Everybody knows that today, Peter Obi has become that maker scare of Buhari. I'm telling you the truth.
And a very honest politician.
You see, Peter Obi is a household name. I
But,
think you
but
want to.
that one not be the opinion of everybody. People not believe. People talk
Excuse
say
me.
some people get a contrary opinion too.
Except we want to
Sir.
no, except we want to pretend to ourselves. And except we want to lie to ourselves. Nigerians, would they like to lie? Would they like to pretend? Now Nigerian man go they sick you ask and say, how are you? They'll say, I am fine. You are sick. Admit that you are sick so that people can give you drugs and help you. Now, Nigerian man, you go tell say, this thing will happen. He say, not my portion. Whose portion is it? Whose portion? See, the truth of the matter is that everybody knows that if this coalition would work, if this coalition would wrestle power from the hands of Bola Tinubu, their best bet is Peter Obi. The North knows it. The South knows it. Everybody knows it. And that is the truth. What I'm telling you now is the truth. If you're going to go to election 2027 and you want to win it and you want to be sincere as a politician that wants to win an election, if you don't give, Chubika Amechi is nowhere compared to Peter Obi now. He is nowhere. But the truth of the matter is that if the coalition are honest and they want to take power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they can't put any other person other than Peter Obi.
Okay, so that means It's likely a go for him. What people don't talk this one plenty, but so make we also look at the possibility of the PDP getting a strong candidate, especially from the southwest, the very zone of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It baffle a lot of people on the kind of politics we visit PDP they play. That's what we talk about them before. Now, Sheyi Makinde feel likely be because they don't agree and say they go zone their candidates finally to the south. So as PDP don't agree, say they go zone their candidates to the south, and they don't agree, say the place where they go hold their convention now, Ibadan, or your state, Sheyi Makinde state. Now people they look at say Sheyi Makinde fit ultimately come out the flag bearer. And if he comes out as the flag bearer, Sheyi Makinde na Wike G5 person, right? And Wike don't vow, say he must make sure, say in hustle for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come back. Will Sheyi Makinde be just playing a double game, supporting Peter Obi, supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu and not too serious? Because all the members of in G5, or Tom, all of them, they drawn support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
It's
How
precious,
exactly is
precious,
PDP going to even
precious,
convince?
precious.
Sir,
Stop, stop,
sir,
stop.
sir.
No, not give me headache. Sheyi Makinde is not a competitor. Sheyi Makinde cannot
But
even.
if it is
Makinde,
the Southwest
Sheyi
people,
Makinde cannot. If there's a presidential election tomorrow, he cannot win on your state. I'm
uh-uh,
telling you that.
person will be 2 times
I
governor
am
for your
telling
state.
you, he cannot win on your state. You think Nigerians have forgotten what G5 did?
What they do?
Eh?
What they do?
When they there for PDP, when they scatter PDP, and then scatter PDP, oh, no, just leave them as it is.
They wanted equity now. They wanted equity. They want me power come back to
Let
the
me tell
south
you,
now. And they got
if
that.
PDP give Sheyi Makinde candidacy, it can't become Peter Obi, Sheyi Makinde, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me tell you the truth. There will be no competition between Makinde. Makinde not going to even get. He not going to even see seventh position carry.
All right, so now so you talk like that. Is she making it? Is he not that popular?
Where is he popular?
So he did some.
Make Sheyi Makinde if he want test the popularity now. Make him call Lagos come pull crowd.
He don't also talk. So some people been assume say him and Wiki get problem, and all that. They don't talk. Say there is no rift between two of them. Say they okay.
Oh,
So if him and Wiki actually no get problem, then how they want do this game? What did they play? What make I take call? And they come back, sir, because I they wonder the kind of politics that they won't play. Good evening and welcome. Super, superlicious super. How are you? Welcome. I catch you. I catch you.
I greet you. Happy week. What did happen for weekend? I
And
say weekend go go.
the weekend, no buzzing, nothing. The spirit was so
Nothing.
willing today, but the flesh is so weak. People want
The
to
flesh is so
come and
weak.
kill me. Eh? Welcome.
I greet you.
I greet you
My
to my
people
brother.
from Iraq,
Welcome.
I greet you, sir. God bless you, sir.
I
My
greet you,
only
my
talk.
brother.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I greet you too. Good.
Just one
Mm.
thing I need to talk, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because as I did like this, I did do, I did watch you, I did do, I did share, I
Sorry.
did do.
Sorry.
But I say make a talk before because I tire.
Mm.
Just one thing where my great uncles, talk there about, you see, now, true Nigerians will never forgive those 5 governors who betrayed
Mm.
PDP. For yes,
Mm.
it's gonna be in record when even me I never forget. You destroy your own house because of your selfish interest, because of money. All those among those governors, how many of them did they chase for EFCC? How many EFCC did they chase? All those 5 governors, how many did EFCC did? How many of them EFCC don't ever invite? Look at your Fire Shena. Fire Shena, do you know he has been discharged and acquitted in
Yes.
court
Mm.
for his EFCC case?
Mm.
Not be them.
He go chop amala.
Because if you know,
He pop amala for that.
you go chop go call Libra, the chop amala. What a shame. Those 5 governors, Nigerians will never forgive those people.
But what's in them
They might
doing
be
now?
regretting.
What's in them
They'll
doing
be
now? I believe.
Judas, so they'll be Judas. All those will be Judas. They will
Yeah.
hang themselves very soon. Because they will be like Judas at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Maybe, I beg.
Well, thank you. All right. It's okay. Thank you.
They will just Nigerians will, if Nigeria will realize one day, say, but now these people now put us where we do. Why are they measuring Tinubu? Although Tinubu used them, but how can you allow yourself to be used because of money that they will give you? Do you know how much they are giving all these people that are coming into APC every day, bribing them, promising them all kind of heaven and earth? When you bring all you people to join APC, so who, how many people, who is not going to contest?
All right.
This one will say na me, this one will say na me, this one will say na me. Who want to contest? At the end of the day, na inclusion, I will see.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
All
much.
right,
I appreciate
dear,
it. Thank you. All right. Good night. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Hey, Precious, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. How about you?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm enjoying your show, though.
Thank you. What's be your name? I beg. Where the call from?
And I really want to say thank you for what you are doing.
Thank you. Please.
Greeted to your guests in the studio.
My guest can hear you. Bless us with your name now. I know sabi your name, brother.
Yeah, my name is Larry.
Okay.
One of your followers, and you always send me your time to join.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
2027 election, as you guys are discussing over there, really, I think if Nigeria misses this time around, we're going to be suffering for the next another 4 years. I was telling a friend of mine, and I said, even if Peter Obi will not do it right, it will be better than Bola Tinubu. Anything will be better than this president. I'm telling you. And that is the truth, because look at all those campaign promises that President Bola Tinubu promised. Tell me one of them that he has fulfilled. I can't remember. Maybe I have. Maybe I cannot remember things very well. But none of them have been fulfilled. If you promise,
make I tell you one. People, no, yeah, I tell you one way Nigerians they talk. I will widen the tax net.
I widen my cabinet. Yeah, that is very good because we are spending more money.
Not be me talk. I'm on waiting Nigerians they talk. Oh.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. That's a fulfillment of campaign promise negatively. Because instead of reducing the cost of governance, it's increasing it on a daily basis. So what benefit is to Nigerians? Writing a cabinet, you are spending more money, and doing what? Doing nothing.
Thank you.
I was listening to a show yesterday, and that person was arguing that 70% of the money being spent in our budget is being spent in Abuja around political class. Is that not a shame? People are dying on a daily basis. Security is not working. We don't have no power. We don't have as big as Nigeria is, we don't even have tap water. Where I live, we have no problem of that. But the truth of the matter is that we need somebody that will focus. If I want to tackle security this year, let me face the security and let me come out clean about it. If I want to tackle power, you have 4 years. But nothing has been done. And we are talking about 2027.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. All right. Make I enter inside the studio where I get some people to answer also inside studio sharply so that they could put some out for the matter. Hello, Robinson. Welcome. Robinson.
Yes, man. Wow. Will be your junior.
Welcome.
Will be a class. How about it now?
You're welcome. Go ahead. You did inside clothes, my brother. How yourself?
Yeah, we thank God. Everything is fine. Yeah, so
welcome. Go ahead.
The thing I want to talk today is say now this that one was so matter now. You know, based on with the talk, you know, that not as if the whole matter where they gonna be saying. I feel say it is time where sounds go. You know, it depends me say na Tinubu be the person we did now. I would say na Obi did now before this not they make all this wahala. Because it will say Tinubu they are because this north and south thing, you don't reach where go end. You don't reach where go end because this politics don't they overdue make the
you talked this one yesterday. Oh, now be say the thing see they pay you like this.
Yeah, they pay because today now I didn't get time because yesterday now, as I come up for work, I can't see they listen to. I can't begin listening to the whole thing. You know, like look at you hear see this man really talk. Now I hear everything they talk. I can't say, what did this guy they try to do now? You know, come like say because when we talk about this sharing, I talk say people were supposed to represent them say they've been compromised or all those kind of English. Is this guy telling me that him clean person or he never took money before? Even though say they never catch it for hand. Sure understand. So I can't feel say, man, this guy just now when politics on the this politics of a thing, now when you don't reach, now you go to think about the poor people. But when they don't do office, poor person they did their mouth. So all those when just they talk, I thought okay, share the people who represent them. Share now so when they just mumu show say they don't fit of say Tinubu, this $20 way they give us. Like for example, if I told so they don't buy them over. It's not also this money we want, we know where they give us, we don't want. Now like this one make it be so. For me, I just feel say in just they play this game like saying picking him be. And it is so shameful for a guy who be saying he don't take for the game. They told those kind of things like saying that today just start politics. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say okay, make I just contribute on that part. Then Obi issue regarding waiting is it that Baba made? I mean like brother they talk. I feel say in yeah, in the try to speak the interest of his brother because number one, say brother no go fit, especially the way politics done there for that north. Brother no want say brother or whatever. So in the fit say to me in the try to speak the interest of his junior brother, So regarding Obi issue because today, like I said, Obi na number one person. Even though say people like him or not, and I don't want to know how many people go defect to go APC. It's now for the people to decide because again when when country don't overdue say this stuff I done too much. People could decide. So to me, I just feel say man, make Nigerians just if they like more because this all this politics of a thing. Because we knew all what happened in Lagos about all this money, how people they give money, this all. But if the people really want more, make them come out Tinubu put Obi for 2027. But I think say but the thing is say make all these guys not just they come on TV, they deceive these poor people. They talk like say they care about the poor. They don't care about anybody. Now you see that their selfish interest. So that's the contribution, my sister.
Thank you so much, my brother Robinson. Well done, Barrier. All right. Make I just say quickly take another call. Mr. Pansat.
Madam Precious.
Sir?
Good to see you.
Make I relax. You know, say they relax so that no go fall. So that your breeze don't go fall. I don't relax.
Make I greet my brother. The Naked Truth be the name today.
Yes.
Prince Chilak, I believe is the name. I want, everybody that come here to talk things that I said, and when I said it, it was a problem. I couldn't talk like that, right?
What was that? Maybe like say the Chilaka network don't hook about Just go ahead. He will rejoin us. Go ahead.
So things are heating up. I just want to be able to say we shouldn't work this hard for Nigerians who are already suffering right now to get it. I believe they got it. What's going on now? Our people are using another technique, which is to exaggerate, embellish the abilities of Tinubu. That's also a technique, of our distractors, right? He doesn't have any ability. Those who have said, if you rig, you die. Now, that's what I want to say. I used to talk like that when I come to your show, right? Or I'll come and say these minorities are abusing us. For example, in those states, you saw what happened. And then I see a lot of Edo people who, the good ones, come out and say, hey, look, that's an insult. Don't do anything like that. We don't approve of that, right? But that's not a cure. That's good. They say that. It's not a cure. If they go there and they let imbeciles come and become governors in their state and they're insulting us, and a few of them come out and say, hey, look, that's unacceptable. That's good, but it's not a cure. We cannot be in this kind of way. So what I'm going to do now, something nobody else can do on your show, I'm going to just do a little rhyme for you on this. That Ozo, we win, okay? All right, so what I want to say to you today, everything that I talk about, when I talk about it, you wouldn't let me talk. You say I'm making trouble. But when I turn around a week later,
I don't get strength today. Oh. I don't have
see, that's how
energy.
you
Oh.
start.
You see, that's why I
Now
had to
make a
wage
land now.
myself. I had to wage
No, you
myself a
don't.
bit so that I will not
When I'm talking,
have
all you have to do is
issues.
to calm down, relax, because I'm going to tell you the truth. But let me just go straight to the point in case others are waiting for you to join, because I stayed here forever before you let me in. So what I'm saying is that
You will always be. It's okay. It's you after
you're
all. I
gonna
have
make
to
me play another
learn
round for you.
to
Make
understand
I
you.
play another round.
No, it's
Okay.
okay.
So
Oh
what I'm
dear.
saying is this: it comes down to, if you rig, you die. That's what it's gonna end up being. We cannot be here where APC and their minions come out and they say we're gonna rig the election, or some of their supporters will say it's gonna come down to them rigging the election, and with INEC or with the courts, and then we can't talk. We have to make sure that there are things that needs to be done before the election itself. On that election day, we want to make sure that Wike, the other thugs, right, who are bent on rigging the election, that they're gonna be underground, 6 foot underground, or they're gonna be in custody, right? You could do your face, but the point is that you cannot come out and say you're gonna violate our laws. You're gonna rig the election and break the law. If you're saying that you're gonna break the law, there are consequences to breaking the law. But to do the math for you, we have a representative democracy. So what we have people in the courts, in all the branches, the courts, we have people in the executive, and we have people in the legislature. So if they go and they form a cabal, there's something we, the people, okay, if you look at the preamble of the Constitution, as shambolic as it is, it's copied ipsis verba from that of the United States, is the people giving those people authority to represent us. Now, there's a new word that I want to introduce for you. This will be the first time I want to introduce it. That's the represented, not the representative. The represented can always come in and say, you know what? Thanks a lot, but today I'm going to take over, right? If let's say you hire an attorney and it's representing you, you can come at any time and say, you know what, I'm going to represent myself, right? So during this election, the people are going to do the job themselves. It won't be any other representatives. If be represented, additional punishment, right? We are in charge. We are sovereign, the people. So when I say that we have to know the whereabouts of Wike, of the fat thug in the crates there, of the other ones in Edo State, MC Oluoma, all those people, they're going to be accountable. They're going to be accounted for. They cannot rig the election. They formed a cabal where our judiciary doesn't work. Now, to reiterate, one of the things that I'm telling Peter Obi and others who are listening, they have to make contact with Donald Trump here. Donald Trump has his own problems. But the enemies of our country are the ones that put APC in government in 2015. Those people are enemies of Donald Trump. So if Donald Trump is serious and he means business, he has to help us pick our leaders this time. If he doesn't want a lot of Nigerians coming over here, or those who are here who want to go home, it's very easy to make the case. They have to send a delegation because he doesn't like Tinubu. He didn't congratulate him. He didn't call when Buhari died. He has other domestic problems, but his enemy, Obama and John Kerry, they're the ones who in 2015 scared the hell out of Jonathan to hand over that power to Buhari, right? So now, if Trump is not just talking, if he means business, he needs to make sure that Britain is called to order on that election day. We're supposed to have the Nigerian people pick their leaders. Nobody should go there recognizing anybody who rigs an election, because if they do rig the election, one of the options will be that those who will believe won the election this time around can form a government, right? be it in exile, be it anywhere, they could form a government, and then the Nigerian people will slug it out. But when America, coerced by Britain to recognize an illegitimate government, then nobody wants to go out to protest because it's an uphill battle. So finally, there's a question I have for you, Precious, and I'm done. When you have visitors here, like my brother there, Prince, right? And they're saying things that you know is true. Is it your role to say that is true? Or are you going to be saying, is that right? Is Tinubu a fraudster? Or did Tinubu rig the election? Is your role, part of your role, to say that is true? That is true.
I cannot see that. Part of my role is not to admit or to affirm to anything you say, because guests and callers' opinion remain their opinion.
Okay.
I cannot in any way accept or affirm what they're saying.
Remember, the first day I saw you at Dr. Damage's, and I said to you, this is important. This is important. Okay, listen to me. I'm going to be very respectful about it, but it's something that concerns me a lot. It's the role of Nigerian journalists to do he said, she said. Now, remember the day I said that to you, that what I noticed with Nigerian journalists is to sit there like they're watching a ping pong, like there is all of them are equally yoked, both sides, right? There's no truth, right? Or APC said this to Obi said this, so you run with that, right? There's no moral equivalency. Our country is in trouble. Therefore, if somebody come in here, like Prince Chilaka was telling you a few things here, and then you're saying, oh, is that right? Okay, here's what APC said too.
What exactly? So he said something. I said, "Here's what APC said." So I shouldn't have mentioned what APC said. I should just let him go on with what he wanted to say.
There is a third option, which is to first acknowledge that is true, and then that what APC said is not true.
I cannot. It is not in my position to acknowledge what anybody says.
See, I have that problem with even Dr. Damage is here.
I choose not to. It's okay. I cannot. So usually the thing about usually the professionalism does not allow you to be biased or take sides. So by affirming it, that means I'm already pledging allegiance to that thing he said. So I'm not going to Peter Obi. So my point is just to remain neutral. So if he says that, I'm supposed to be neutral. I am not for anybody, and that's why I'm a Buhari. I'm for everybody and for nobody.
Listen to me. I'm gonna free you today because a lot of people misunderstand.
I'm not strong. I beg, leave me alone. I'm tired.
Listen, if you're not strong, then listen. Right? It doesn't take anything to listen.
No, I will not listen. Well, listen with you. I will not listen with you.
Listen to what I'm saying, and I'll be done. Okay. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That application is for good or bad. Okay? There's a little room there for subjectivity. When it comes to right or wrong, maybe you have a little bit. I don't have that. I have moral clarity when I do. But you're free to do that. The only time you cannot do that is true or false. I want you to really go and take a look at that so that when you do your show, whenever it comes to true or false, you are liberty. As a matter of fact, you're obligated to acknowledge truth and condemn falsity. You cannot be a journalist unless
I will not. I will not. I will not even let you. There is no need to preaching to the choir. Forget about it. I will not let you push me into acknowledging a truth that the government will tell me tomorrow that I defamed them and that they will sue me for cyberbullying. I will not. You are in the United States. You don't know what is happening in Nigeria. I am too old in this profession for me to fall for you to let me push myself or push me to that level where tomorrow they'll look for something to hold me with. No, I won't. You don't understand. The fact that I'm sorry, but the fact that you feel that journalists in the US can say anything that they want about anybody in government and get away with it, it is not that way in Nigeria. I mean, where is that Yatta today? That Yatta is gone and dead and perhaps wherever he is. 10 years gone, that man is nowhere to be found. You want me to be like that?
Listen.
Whose family will take the loss? So now you guys should stop saying the thing now. I would not.
I hear you. And obviously, this is one of the reasons why we're fighting, right? I hear what you're saying.
We'll keep fighting. You cannot force me to be the way you want me to be. You have to understand that. You have to understand that I have a mind of my own. And I have the right to choose the path
you don't have energy, right? You're like a tiger here. Hold on.
You don't bring back
what
the
I'm saying
energy
is that
I know
for the fact that you acknowledge that, right? That will suffice for now, right? You're doing it because
And then I hope you also understand that the tone of this platform is subtle satire or a
only
bit
with
witty.
me. Listen, I
You
listen to
understand?
your show.
No, 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 no,
Listen,
no, no.
everybody,
No, calm down.
people
I
can
said
see like I could say whatever he wants here, right? Everybody talks and they could say whatever they want. The only person you don't want, the only
because
person,
you're like a State APC chairman. Sometimes you're very extreme. So I have to be on the edge whenever you're around so that I go people hold you people. You're like a State APC chairman.
look,
So generally
I'm telling
speaking,
you,
except you
I'm
don't
telling
get
you.
it, the tone to my conversation generally is usually light-hearted and witty. So the idea is to create political conversation in a very relaxed and a bit light-hearted and humorous atmosphere, and with a very very down-to-earth language. And I keep that very minimal. So most times when I use all those innuendos, it's just to make it very
Yeah, yeah.
light-hearted.
No,
It's not because
I
I'm
noticed
trying
that and I
to.
like that. That's okay. The only thing I don't like is for
I no go agree say na yes
when
or no.
there's a
I will not.
truth, right?
Mr.
And you
Pastor, come
try
and
to
be
make
going. That is your
make
truth. Your
moral
truth, your
equivalent,
truth,
that's
your
unacceptable.
truth may be.
And you
It's
say
okay.
you don't have
It's
freedom
okay.
of
It's okay.
speech, so I will go ahead and accept that for now. That you're doing it
I
because you don't
didn't
have freedom
say
of
it.
speech.
I did not use the term freedom of speech. Oh,
Look,
Pastor.
there's nobody else your viewers want to watch other than me here. You're rushing me out. I'll
They want
go.
you to give them. They want you to give them one more. They said before you go, just give them one
I'll
more
give
of the
you one more.
guitar.
Why not? This one now is
Okay.
called
Are you giving me? You're not giving me. You're giving
EHE.
people. Mhm.
Let me move this camera down, so where? All right. I
Okay.
don't know what they can see. This is called EHE.
You don't know what they can. You don't know what they can do. What? Okay.
That's Aye,
Thank you.
precious.
Thank you so
EHE.
much. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Have a
Thank you
nice
so much.
weekend.
I
I'm
appreciate you. Always, always great to be with you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sincere apologies. I think I didn't let. Were you saying something? Let me let you finish that. Let me let
no,
you finish that,
I'm
Mr. Pansa,
saying
before you say I always cut you.
until
What
you
was it?
say you're gonna call true and false, I'm not gonna be coming to your channel because that's very important for whatever I do. You have to say this is
It's
true.
okay.
You cannot say I don't have freedom of speech.
It's okay. I say the truth. I say the truth, and I am not one who would ever stand for any false narrative.
Okay then.
Stand by any false narrative. I never. But you would not push
No,
me into using language, or perhaps doing anything that will make you trouble generally.
I
Oh,
have never
please,
done that. But
Pansa,
it's
don't worry
okay.
about that.
Maybe there's something I
Uh,
did that make you feel
so
that way.
so if Chilaka says something that may be perhaps that is contextual, I don't know, yeah, and then you want me to affirm to it, I won't affirm to it immediately. I
Okay.
won't, because from his own context it may be true, but from another person's perspective it may not be true, and you won't put me in that mix at
Okay.
all.
Well,
I
don't worry.
won't.
We're coming
I
to free you
appreciate
in 2027. You could talk in how you want. You deserve it. It's freedom of
it.
speech.
Amen.
Thank you very much. I love your
Amen.
show.
So you should be praying for me.
All right.
Thank you. Instead of you to be my enemy, you should be praying for me.
I'm with
Eh?
you.
All right.
We're the
Thank
same.
you
We're
so
the
much.
same. I pray for
See
you.
see you
All right.
another
Take care.
time.
Precious and the audience. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good night.
Nice weekend.
God bless you. Good night. Bye. All right. Nice weekend. Hello. Good evening. Who's here now? Mike FIFA. You're welcome.
Precious, good
Mike
evening.
FIFA. I think you don't allow your brother pants start making the drag me like a past my neighbor
I
generator. You
was
just did and made the drag me. You didn't come on time to rescue me.
no.
Eh?
I was enjoying the. I wanted to come in, but I was enjoying the guitar. That guy is a professional. He's a
No
big.
mind, Amo. Yes, he does.
Anyway,
He does. He's
as far
good.
as I'm
I'm glad
concerned,
to hear that.
what you're doing is the best thing to do. You don't need to take sides in this.
Not
I
today.
know that. I know
Me,
that.
you, as I step on reach like this, I did like we go drag, make I do it and I'm not ready to do.
Yes, now I know that even 80% of the people that feature in this your program are mostly haters of this current government because of what they do. But that doesn't take away the fact that the APC people can still come and feature in this program. So if you start if you start taking,
have you not seen? Did you notice that almost throughout this week, almost all my analysts this week are
yes,
APC
now,
analysts,
just because it's a
APC
free
loyalist
program,
analysts.
anybody
I
can
have to
come
give
in.
them the opportunity. It's a
Yeah,
free
and
program, so I cannot
you now
say,
being the
oh,
moderator, you don't
yeah,
need to support this person. You don't need to.
at
The only
all,
thing you can say is,
at
"Are you
all.
sure? Really? You know that kind of a thing." So anybody that,
And then I bring a counter argument from the other
yes,
people,
yes, yes,
what they
yeah,
say that this will happen. And I'll say, no, be me bring them. I say, but these people they say na
yeah,
like this, it
yeah.
be. Why you reply
So
your own?
from
I don't know how that one
what
is the
this man
problem.
is saying, he wants you to support everything. The opposition is saying, but that's not, obtainable.
May you can't tell me say, but you know that somebody is a drug
Mm.
dealer, but you know that somebody does not have one thing, and I say,
He
hey,
expects you
I
to
know
say, yes,
how.
I
I'm not
know, I
going the
know when they
person.
catch him. I know, no,
Ah,
now. You're supposed to
nah,
be more
I'm
professional
not
than
going. I'm
that.
not going to say
So what I
that.
really want to say today is, this guy Sheyi Makinde, from the look of things,
Mm.
PDP one present him as candidate, allegedly. But now the highest mistake.
But to what end, really? Now, as a
Now what
spoiler,
I want now,
now as a
now where I
spoiler to
want go
drag
now.
more, as a spoiler because PDP knows say they no
If
go fit win any
actually,
election
if
with Shey
actually,
Makinde.
what I they hear come be true, say they want feature them. Now be saying a week game, and then make them use them deliver Tinubu. Naim, you go see say dying minutes. If
Yeah.
they feature a dying minute, I go just do one kind magomago. If he step down now, all in supporters. By then they don't use money. They don't use money. Induce them. All of them go vote Tinubu. So now this one where they want to do Congress, I beg, make them try do better. Make them no forget waiting Sheyi Makinde and Wike their group do take scatter. And the PDP is supposed to know say now because of Wike, Atiku leave PDP. And some other people where they come out from PDP now because of Wike, then they come out. So if waiting do them before, if they never learn their lesson, then be say after 2027, there won't be anything like PDP again.
Did you watch Ayo Fayoshe's interview today where he said that if PDP they very lucky they will come fourth
Yes, now
if
I
they
hear
work
them.
hard. That is fourth, not be first, not be second,
So
not be
now
third,
that one now,
fourth. Now, if person where they PDP know this, then why you still won't go get a presidential candidate? So I feel like say me my mind just do me like say so what's in be the real game? And then it's painful for you to also see PDP people say, oh, we don't want any coalition, we believe that we have all it takes to fight over how.
waiting they get. PDP
How?
don't, let me tell you now,
I
if
don't understand.
people where they that PDP now, they 80, 50,
Mm.
50, they work for Tinubu underground. They don't rubbish. The people now where you feel talk say now them be real PDP people now people like Bode George them. I know say Bode George don't old. You understand? In just
Mm.
the players advisor, I know if it do anything. But if you talk of people where if you mobilize vote, you go give them money, then go mobilize vote. Now those people now when wicked they groom. So PDP own don't finish. So but problem now where would they get now be say we never know where Obi they. We never know the platform who Obi go use.
And I think that you people are also in a hurry. This is politics. I think people should also cut people a slack and just let things be. Things go forward at its
Yes,
own
but
time.
he
At
needs
its
to
own
start
time.
early because all these party where you they see now, if they do Congress now, Nadia now then go select their flag bearer.
So he's coming to
Okay,
it. Calm
okay,
down.
maybe they say
Calm
they
down.
with the you get us see they do us make it hurry. You understand? All these
Not
things
gonna be
where they
calm down.
happen now, I beg, make it because I don't even know what to make invite go
Mm-hmm.
the attend
That's
meeting,
him about
with Julius. You know, say Julius Abu and I go the raise shoulder. You go the issue command anyhow. And I know I don't know whether I will be tell I'm making go. I be na him on his own way in go because people will also they talk say the guy safe one come out for president. I don't know.
Nah,
So look with the see,
don't
but
worry. Almost everything where they happen now, including the things where APC they do, PDP they do, perhaps everybody just they play politics. You can't
do you
tell.
know that
So I
Tinubu?
think that we're just keeping you
Do
guys
you know that
busy.
Tinubu? Who I know fit go to other parties sponsor candidates as flag bearers. Sure, you know.
Mm.
Ha!
Eh. Just like they accuse I'm saying do with PDP Jandor for Lagos State, Abi. we can later go back now to
That one
APC.
feel be true, but what I know
Looking
that
at
we
what's the
say,
bit of
if it's in go sponsor all these small parties now, you go sponsor people now. We go spoil votes for some people. Now those people now they go from back now, use their followers, then go promise them, say if Tinubu win, see what we go give una. All of them now go vote APC. It happen. The person now when sponsor, he go there in profile now, say one time presidential aspirant. This one now where show already use boost. Upon saying no, they get reach 15 votes. Tomorrow he go still come
oh
out.
yeah, you don't do. Come and be
Eh?
going. Come and be going. You don't do. They get past 15
You know they
votes.
get
Thank
they
you
get
so much.
past 15 votes
Okay.
now. I bet thank you so much. Happy
Okay.
weekend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Happy weekend to you too. Okay, see why you said don't miss it. No, I did not misrepresent Pansard. I was just giving an instance. See, for instance, now you go say make I talk, see person get something. No, I only and I didn't mention somebody's name. It was just an example I was giving. I mean, it wasn't a light and not take life too serious now. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Precious.
Sir.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you. Thank you. This is Mr. Tony from Chicago.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I just want to call. There's information I heard that PDP is seriously working behind to bring back Jonathan Goodluck.
I heard all that too.
Yeah, that too. Yes.
Yes.
I said they're working seriously on that to bring it back.
Of course, the reason is obvious now because they know say they not go trust them and they know say only one tenor go feed you.
One tenor. So they're still working on that. And I still believe, like what you guys said now, PDP remain one of the biggest party in Nigeria. Forget about this. Yes, there's nowhere, no local government, no government that don't have PDP. The structures are there already. They still remain there. They're still widely spread in your federation. And they are looking at Obi working seriously hand in hand with Rufai. Obi working seriously hand in hand with Rufai. I won't be surprised the two of them might come out. If you watch Rufai and Obi, they're always together. And there's a rumor that they might back out from ADC today. That if, because ADC working towards Atiku, if I do get it, they might work out together. Because if, you know, Rufai is someone that bend on that Southerner will become the president. And I feel he's doing the game Tinubu did with Buhari. He's not interested, but he's interested after Southerner. That's interested after Southerner. That's why Rufai will never allow Atiku to be the president under ADC. So he was one that fought for Tinubu to become the president of Nigeria. So I think you still maintain his stand that he was a Southerner. The one interview I heard for him, he said he's not interested. As we had to say,
I heard that. I heard that. But I feel like all that's not politics too. So no worry.
No.
If he talk say they're interested now for presidency, but you get other interests we get. So I beg, let's forget about that.
No, exactly. You will get another interest, but for that president, they asked him about this presidency. That's what they asked him. He said, no, they're not interested. I feel he's working for the return of the Northerners. He will not come out. Yes, I push me back. He's working for the Southerners to return. But if the strike is, what do you think? If PDP bring out Goodluck, what do you think Obi will do?
Nothing. I think Obi should still contest, and I do not think, and I don't even think that Goodluck has what it takes right now to win an election again. Right now.
No, he might have.
I know. I mean, with all the things that I know, with all the insults we Northern has given, come on.
No, but I understand where you're going. I know where you're going. But if
person where they put for coffin berry.
I know. These are politics. What did this man not say about Tinubu?
And somebody they talk here, say Wike go make sure say frustrate any effort to bring Jonathan because he never want to.
Not be only Wike frustrate anybody that take out for Tinubu because he knows that if Atiku to out for Tinubu, Wike is on SI. Wike not only Wike will die for Tinubu, but you know that anybody will fight for him.
But do you think that during Tinubu's second tenure, with all these things when they do, you don't show for him like this? Because Tinubu feel they quiet right now, so people they talk. But second tenure, if you saying go leave, I mean they do these things when they do. That's not question what people ask.
No. If Tinubu gets second tenure, Wike will be out within 6 months. He has used him. He used him already. He only wanted to fight, do that magic way do for him during the election. Mm-hmm. That's what he did it for. So after that, he just top him out. Do you think APC are happy with what's it called, Wike? APC are not happy with Wike. They are talking about it. Yes. Now why is Wike getting most things they're supposed to get? They're not happy with Wike. And that's why Wike will not join APC. Because Wike's target is to become a vice when it comes to the North. That's what the man is doing. Wike is getting all the money he wants. So when it comes to the North, he will sponsor the Northerner and become the person vice. That's the mathematics Wike is doing. Okay, President, let me allow that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Okay, Prince Francis Chilakasa, we not the backyard since they listen. Make I let you give us the grace.
No, I find it funny when people still think that Jonathan Goodluck would want to rubbish himself by coming to contest.
You think he'll be rubbishing himself by coming back?
Yes, he'll be rubbishing himself. Nigerians have not still forgiven him for allowing a Buhari to take us for a ride for 8 years. Nigerians have not forgiven him for not having the balls of giving us a proper electoral reform. And Nigerians have not forgiven him for also ensuring that we're still, hooked up with this obnoxious 1999 constitution. These were things we expected him to have done, to have led by example, to have stood his grounds. But no, he was too weak to do anything. So if anybody's bringing Jonathan, they're just bringing Jonathan to deceive him, believing that he has some money he has gotten as a former president. And they just want to collect part of that money and move on with their lives. That's just it.
All right. Do I take that as your parting shot, sir?
No, my parting shot has always been that Nigerians need to begin to talk and ask and demand for electoral reform. We need to take power back to the people. People need to understand that sovereignty belongs to them. And the only way we can do that is by ensuring that we have a workable and a formidable electoral reform. And the people must shun all form of bribes and gifts during the elections. People must stand their grounds, because the only thing that gives you a right to question somebody that has been elected collectively to represent you is when you do not take anything from that person. That is when you have the right to be able to tell the person to his face, you are not representing me well, and I'm going to join people to call you back. But so long as you collect money, you collect food items, you cheapen yourself before these politicians, they will continue to rubbish you, they will continue to injure you, and they will continue to put salt in the injury.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you as you follow us today. Sorry for keeping you so late. We appreciate your efforts, and as we talk, your reward for it. When you wonder your PAMI again, self, I don't forget when exactly you want it.
We'll discuss that one.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. I'm wishing you all the best. And to everyone, thank you so much for being part of the show. I appreciate it, and plenty. Make we continue to talk, make our country move forward. Because one day it go better. Oh yeah, make a bad break here so that me will go take care of myself. And a very long weekend it could be for some of us. I love you guys. Protect your mental health. It is very important. See you guys tomorrow evening, God willing. Good night and God bless you. Bye.